Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning, everybody. Let's start today. It's a revision from the beginning of the term. We start by the first unit, unit number 9. Unit number 9 speaks about where today's food comes from. How did people start to get their food? If we focus on the points of the text, in the past people were hunters. It means that they hunt their food and their food came from animals and they caught fish. But they also have nuts, roots and fruit that had been collected. Later, the hunters lived in one place and became farmers. They grew crops from the seeds of wild animals. As we see that they started as hunters, they catch fish, they collected some fruit, and then they began to be farmers and they began to plant the plants and the crops and things like that. They noticed that some plants were better than the others and they saved the seeds and improved the quality. قلنا quality بمعنى جودة, something that has a high quality. لو قلنا على قماش أو حاجة هقول poor quality, high quality or poor quality. The quality of their crops. All the living things contain genes which control what they will be like. Modern scientists can put genes into plants and animals in their laboratories. وده اللي بنسميه النهارده genetic engineering, الهندسة الوراثية. What do? They play with the gene. Okay? They can modify it means to change. They can modify and make it better, to modify their genes in order to change what they are like. This is called genetic engineering. When we have an example for this, if we look at the tomato, when tomato ripen means become good to be eaten. When tomatoes ripen, one of their genes produces a chemical that makes the fruit rot. It makes it rot, it makes it bad, not good for being eaten. Scientists can modify this gene so that the tomatoes do not rot so quickly. Genetically modified crops can improve agriculture. Some people are against this and some people are for this. Some people who are against genetically modified crops, they are afraid that it might have side effects and cause many diseases. Until now, we have no proof. That other people are with this. Why did people use genetically modified crops? For two reasons. Number one, to stop starvation. And number two, to give them better crops and to give them a great amount or yield of the crops. They can get a lot of money and get a lot of crops. This technology can also protect people from starvation in countries where insects or diseases destroy crops. Fruit and vegetables have been modified so that they are not damaged by the diseases that kill other plants. Many people believe that modified food is unnatural and fear that genetic engineering may bring new diseases in the future. So this point refers to the people who are against using modified crops. Biscuits, cakes, many other foods that we have been eating for years already contain genetically modified ingredients. Have they done us any harm? As a very open question at the end of this unit, we don't know this is true or this is correct or not, but we still use genetically modified food, and it's you, the consumer, اللي هو المستهلك, you have to decide either you use it or not. Thanks. Let's move to the vocab of this unit.